The period between the 10th and 13th centuries was the most anarchic in Rome's history. In the absence of any strong central authority, power devolved to a shifting cast of aristocratic families who built fortified strongholds among the ruins of ancient Rome. Although most of their castles were demolished centuries ago, fragments still survive. This is the Casa dei Crescenzi. Built in the middle of the 11th century, it's thought to be the oldest house still standing in Rome. It was also a fortress. This is the base of what was originally a much taller tower, along with a matching tower, now vanished, on the other side of the street. It controlled traffic on the ancient Pons Aemilia over the Tiber, now the Ponte Rotto, the broken bridge. The most remarkable aspect of this structure is its attempt to imitate the appearance of an ancient Roman building. Many Roman fragments from nearby ruins were incorporated into its facade, along with some medieval imitations of Roman sculpture. The inscription proclaims that the structure was built to restore the ancient dignity of Rome. The Torre delle Milizie was built in the early 13th century over the ruins of Trajan's markets, and named, apparently, for barracks used by late antique militia. Built by the Conti di Segni family, it was owned by various noble clans. For a while it opposed the castle of the Colonna family, who owned the Quirinal Hill. It leaned slightly, apparently because of damage in the Great Earthquake of 1348, which compelled the removal of its top two stories. The Torre dei Conti dates to the 13th century, when it was built into an angle of the Forum of Peace by the brother of Pope Innocent III. Like the Torre delle Milizie, it was originally about 3 times its current height. Its upper stories were shattered by the same 1348 earthquake that destroyed most of the Colosseum's southern half. The buttresses date to the 17th century. It was originally covered in travertine and marble salvaged from Roman ruins, but that was stripped away for a secondary use during the Renaissance. This is the Torre dei Capocci, built at the end of the 12th century. It has 7 floors and windows framed in travertine. Originally, it was part of a larger residence. When this was demolished in the 19th century to build the modern square, the lower part of the tower had to be restored, creating the color difference you can see in the brickwork. The Theatre of Marcellus was fortified in late antiquity and was already a castle and residence by the middle of the 12th century. What we see now is that castle, renovated twice, first into a Renaissance palazzo by the architect Peruzzi in the early 16th century, and then stripped to its classical bones during the fascist clearance campaigns of the 1930s. The great fascination of Rome is its layered history, and this structure, like so many of Rome's medieval castles, showcases that richly.